That's on?
Yes.
The
Phone go.
recorder?
Yeah,
You just had it.
Goodness gracious.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Too Good For You podcast. You already know what it is. A podcast that's too good, made just right for you. You may be asking, why am I sitting here by myself? Oh, look.
Surprise!
If you aren't watching the video, you'll understand what happened. But, yeah, I just started the episode because Eman wasn't following directions, and now he's
My fucking hentai.
now he's watching.
Damn it.
Oh, my God. What a beautiful way to start this week's episode.
It's going to get clipped. It's going to get clipped.
This is why we need guests. It makes us more professional. But welcome back, everyone. Too Good For You.
Back.
Podcast that's too good, made just right for you.
That's right.
I'm joined by Eman, and of course, you already know it's your boy, T in the house. We're good, man. How you doing, Eman?
Good. Another week. This time, no guest.
No guest
You
this
got
week.
us this time, so surprise, motherfuckers.
Surprise.
We're going to bring it back to our roots.
Nothing going on.
No.
Quick-
But I want to just go straight into it, my guy.
All right, straight
Hot
into
take.
it.
Hot takes, my guy.
Go ahead.
You know what happened at the Oscars?
Okay, listen. So again,
No,
we're
no,
gonna.
no.
No, I'm just saying because I'm already tired of hearing about.
just wanted to-
Let me talk to the people first.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm already tired of hearing it. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be a week later. So I don't want people to be like, why the fuck are these guys still talking about it? And I'm telling you, it's because we're recording it the same week it happened, but the episode doesn't come out until next week. So if you're hearing this and you're like, why the fuck is it still going on? This is last week. You're hearing the past. And we apologize. Okay, now you can continue.
All right, anyway, so hot take. You saw what happened. Everyone saw what happened. Everyone sees it all over their Instagram, fucking Twitter, all that shit. Now, you as a Will Smith stan.
Damn, I literally did say the week before. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then in previous episodes as well, you said that. That Will Smith is like one of your favorites.
Yeah.
So, how did you take it? What were you thinking?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck regardless either way. And then you're like, oh, wow, what do you mean you don't? I really don't give a fuck. One of my favorite takes on Twitter is just, bro, you guys gotta let celebrities go, man. I think we just gotta abolish celebrities. We just gotta abolish it. There's no need for us normal people to, be this so invested into this shit. I think we just gotta let it go.
Yeah, you do.
That's my first take. Second take, what he hit him. I as a comedy bit, fucking funny.
The way he slapped him.
Has an assault. You can't assault people out there, Willie. We know that. So, in a legal sense, not good. But then the whole scheme of things, yeah, I don't really care, man. I think it's, as a comedian, your job is to tell jokes, which is what we do on the podcast. Just kidding, I'm not a fucking comedian. But, as a comedian, you have a job to do, tell jokes, do what you got to do. Some jokes offend people, some jokes don't. That's been a problem with every comedian from the beginning of time. So, you're doing your job. If shit hits the fan, it hits the fan, and you got to live, and you have to be able to handle the backlash and shit from people who either one, don't find your joke funny, don't get it, or are just offended. That's part of your job. And for Will, like I said, assault should never be, I don't know. I just don't think. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be the answer depending on what it is, but you gotta obviously, you gotta read the room. You're at the Oscars, probably not the best place to do it. Save it for the after party. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, obviously, people hit people every day. It's a thing that happens for just shit.
Jesus.
Damn. What?
Everyone be hitting everyone?
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I go on Twitter and see people, and I see people fighting on Twitter every day. This is nothing. Yeah, this is nothing new. Like,
it's just because they're celebrities.
That's what I'm saying. But it's dumb that, like, I don't want to do this, man. Now you're getting me into some deep shit. I wanted to have fun this episode.
I just wanted to know your take. You're the one that went off with
because
it.
I'm trying to give my answer. But yeah, I celebrities shouldn't be untouchable. They're just people like everyone else. So it's like you just because you're a comedian, like I said, you just have to be able to take all the punches, no pun intended, with your career. Thank you. Take all the punches with your career, and you got to do what you got to do. If you're offended by it, obviously, yeah, you can be offended. So I can see what Will's reasoning was, but then again, like I said, I don't think assault is the right way to handle.
Wasn't the right thing at the time, especially the setting. I completely understand.
So that's my take on it. I don't really care either way. I don't think anyone's really right or wrong. I would just say assault should not be.
Don't hit others.
Yeah, just not be the reason.
In the Oscars.
Yep. So that's my take. I mean, from that, I guess it kind of sounds like I'm siding with Chris, but I'm not formally taking a stance regardless.
I'm just gonna say this man took it he took it, and it was like, wow.
He did.
Right.
I mean, that's his job. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
That's his job to take the slap.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Cry or you gonna scream? Here, dude, you're hosting the Oscars. You gotta keep it. That's professionalism.
I want to know what happened after the fact, but
nothing. He won a Grammy and went to the after party and was singing "Get Jiggy with It."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, there you go then.
Will was having a great time. I don't know what Chris was doing, but Will was fucking
in his limousine, like, fuck this guy.
Will was
coming for him.
Will was living.
He's going on tour.
I don't think that's real.
You don't think so?
Adam Sandler posted. I don't. That's why I don't believe it. See, by the time
they're like best friends.
By the time this episode comes out, this is gonna make no sense, and I'm gonna be annoyed talking about it.
Here we are. Subscribe to our Patreon. Episodes come out on Sunday.
Yeah, better quality on time topics.
So come on.
Never mind. What was I gonna say? But yeah, what else has been going on? And that was obviously the big thing this week.
That is.
Went
to a comedy show. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
No, seriously.
No, I know, but it's just funny because we're talking back into
it. But
all right.
Because there, this is my first.
So steal every joke from it and do on the podcast, so we can pretend like.
That's not what I'm doing.
So we can pretend.
I can't do that because he's having a Netflix special. So by the time that comes out, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, man took the joke."
And yeah.
No, we're not talking about jokes. We're talking about hecklers. So I sat behind the funniest heckler in my life. You
saw Jo Koy?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just putting it out there for the people.
Yes, I saw Jo Koy. Hilarious guy, funny. Go watch his shit. Anyway, so there was this drunk ass girl. She's like, I'm gonna say like mid 40s. A lot of that crowd is like mid 40s.
Of course, she's an older guy now.
Yeah. So, she's drunk out of her mind.
How many Filipinos are in the crowd?
Oh, dude, the whole thing was fucking Filipinos. There's like, I felt overwhelmed. I was like, oh my god.
How many sun tattoos did you see?
Surprisingly, not enough. It was like a little cold, but like I saw on the shoulders.
How many Mexipino sweaters did you?
I should have wore that one. I would have been the only one. Damn it. No, anyway, all right. So this woman, mid-40s, whatever, drunk out of her fucking mind.
Boom.
You see the little plastic cups? There's 5 stacked on there.
Nice.
Dude.
Nice.
And oh my god. So the funniest part is she's going against what Jo Koy would say.
And you're on the floor too.
I'm on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right there.
So okay. she's like, no. Like she's drunk out of her mind, right? She's like, she stood up, and like she was like. So Jo Koy said a joke saying like kids have it easy these days. They have all this technology.
Yeah, of course.
And they're all like, man, if they had it in my day, they wouldn't understand like the flyers. And then she's like, no. Let me tell you.
Oh hell
no. She was doing that for like maybe 30 minutes of the show. And this isn't like even towards the end, dog. This is like the beginning of the show.
5.
So I have 2 shows going on. I got Jo Koy and then I have this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the funniest part was like the boyfriend or the husband was right there. This man was like
sunk
in his seat, bro. And then so she's standing, right? She's like telling her mind, whatever. He's like this. she went like this. No, no.
Oh my
Hit him in
god.
the face with her elbow.
Wow.
And this man was like this the whole
Wow.
time. Oh, it was so funny. And then the craziest part is like, so security, got him.
That would have been mad distracting.
Oh, 100%. I lost 30 minutes of the show, but
That's
because I was watching
fucked up. I would have
I'm
been.
just
I
happy-
would have been so pissed after the first time. I would have called security. I was like, bro, I'm not having
Maybe
this.
I don't know. Maybe it's because like I was a little drunk too. But
Okay.
so security ended up coming,
Mhm.
and like it's a Netflix special. You can't like be like, come on, get out of here, get out of here. This man went. She's in the middle of the row.
Yeah.
This man, 6'4", 6'5", big ass security guy, going through little chairs like this, kneels down, and he's like, "Ma'am, please, I need you to stop. I need you to go." And I was like, and then she was like, "Fuck you."
Oh
fuck you.
no.
Oh my! It was so. And then the craziest part is the person in front was like in front of her, looked at her, and said, "Can you shut up? I'm the one that told on you." And I was like,
Nice. Thank you.
right? Right clap.
God, I
Should've been
would've-
clapped. I was clapping like this.
I would have fucking done the same thing.
Anyway, so she leaves, the husband leaves, they leave, and then the woman that told on her was like, "Yes, finally, thank goodness." And then I guess that girl was with a party, and the party was quiet the whole time until that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person in that party was like, "Why the fuck are you clapping, dude?"
To who?
To the person that told on the girl. It's like, "Why the fuck are you clapping?" And then the person, and like, so there's like a little space, right? And then the guy's like it's a random dude just joining the conversation. "It's because she was interrupting the show. We're all here to have a good time. Trying to mediate it."
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, I get that. I understand that. But why the fuck is she clapping? And I'm all like, no, there's a fucking reason. I looked at her thing. Guess how many cups?
7.
No, it's 4. But
4.
still.
Okay.
So anyways, that was my experience. Lost half a show. So Jo Koy, love to see you again.
Damn,
Bye.
that's fucked. That sucks, man.
Yeah, so that's my heckler experience. So I wanted to ask, how would you deal with a heckler? Because I was watching it.
If I was a comedian or if I was just sitting there.
Let's say you're sitting. You're just audience member.
I'll call the security
quick?
right away. Oh, 100%.
Really?
I mean, if it's like if it has nothing to do like with the show, like there's like, oh, I'm drunk and I'm just talking shit cuz I'm drunk and watching a comedy show, and then there's like heckling where it's like related, at least like it kind of like pertains to like the show, but then they're just like obnoxious.
Yeah,
so
no,
like
it was-
so I mean, like I wouldn't call like right away, like I would have to like wait and like kind of judge it. But if you said 30 minutes, fuck no, I would have done it after 10.
No, 10 minutes. Security guard come, but she's like,
Oh.
"Fuck you, fuck." Like she was being very difficult. To get
Exactly.
out.
Yeah. Once I see it's a difficult situation and not like a fun situation, then I'm definitely I would be calling security for sure. Yeah. No doubt. I'm here to enjoy a show, not deal with hecklers.
And the funniest part was after the show, we saw her, and she was taking pictures in front of their like arena, like nothing happened. Like,
I went to a show.
yeah, no, exactly. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Anyway, that was my experience. Heckler, don't be a heckler, guys. Don't get too drunk.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I've never done stand-up, obviously, and, I've seen a few stand-up, like, not, like, comedy, like, not comedy,
You know, it's improv.
no, what the comedy special, like the
Okay.
big production,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just regular, like, small comedy shows.
Laugh Factory. Kind
Yeah,
of
like, small things, but, and, I mean, I never really see a lot of hecklers, or like if I do, like I said, most of the time like it is funny because like it pertains to what's happening, but like then I've also seen somewhere it's just like, yeah, this person's just drunk and they're like, yo, get this fucking guy out of here, like where it's like, yo, you're taking up space from the show, and like
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell my jokes, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't fuck with it.
I thought it was funny. I doubt it's gonna be in the Netflix special, but if they had a blooper of it, like you would see me in the background looking like this.
He never said anything. He didn't say anything.
Jo
Joe,
Koy?
yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. So they definitely not.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely not being on there.
Yeah.
How was his crowd work?
Dude, fucking hilarious.
Good.
It was crazy how smooth it was, how he involved the crowd, and how he brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
That's
great.
how stand-up comedians work.
Great comedian. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's dope. I want to go to another comedy show. I haven't gone to a comedy show in a while. Do you think you could do stand-up comedy?
Dude, I can barely do this. And this isn't even in front of an audience. Like, I'll be stuttering. I would laugh at my own jokes, which is bad.
Is it? Not all the time.
Bro, if I'm laughing and I can't, like, say the fucking joke, then yeah, it's bad.
Nah, I think you'll be okay. Sometimes it's tasteful.
And I can't think off the top of my head.
Well, those were written.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I was to, like, be in the audience and, like, try to...
Oh, you mean like crowd work?
Crowd work, yeah. If I was doing crowd work.
I feel like that would be easier than this.
No. Okay, go ahead. Example, Tyson...
Well, I don't know. Like, it just depends. Like, if I'm on stage and a comedian, like, and I see something, you know, like, you always... It's a very, like... You start off with, like, an easy question.
Uh-huh.
You know, oh, are you here with your wife? Or, oh, is that your boyfriend? Oh, what do you do for work? Like, just easy things that can, like, lead into a lot of things. And then, like, most of the time you'll get something, like, out of that. So, I don't know. It just depends. I'm not a written comedian. I don't write anything down. So, I don't have any. I know, even for crowd work, a lot of that stuff is still written. It's just you have to find the right people to give you everything you're looking for. It's like those charts where it's like, are you having fun? Yes, no. If you hit yes, then you keep moving. If it's no, then it's like rebat and do it again. So I think that's kind of just how it works. Like, you just find someone who will check all the yeses and like whatever thing, then boom, you have your joke and you're like, all right, I could do it.
Imagine going to a show and you're like, what do you do? Okay, I can't use you. What do you do? Like, just keep going.
I mean,
it goes down the whole line of people.
But I feel like, I think it just depends. Like, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is off the top. And which you got to keep. I think that's good. I think you could do that. I feel like, okay, what do you do for work? Data analyst. Wow, that's fucking boring, huh? And then you know, we kind of go off on that, and then you can talk about punching numbers and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Wow, you're already getting it. See, I would not be able to do. I'd be like, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Data analyst. So data, huh? Like, what?
So data.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say to that.
Like, okay, like what kind of data? Like, are you? And then
yeah, exactly. It just takes away from the whole joke.
No, not all the time, because like sometimes you can get some crazy, and that's the thing. Like, you have to pry enough to get like
some content.
The good because like, what if you're like, oh, I'm a data analyst, like, oh, like, what kind of data do you put in? And you're like, oh, I work for like a sperm bank. Bro, that's like that's what I'm saying. That's like 100 million like jokes you could just come up with like off top. But like, unless you don't ask those questions, you're not gonna get like anywhere. So you have to just go through.
Imagine someone doing that. Like, it's like, yeah, I work at a sperm bank. What do you do at a sperm bank?
The receptionist.
Beating them off.
You're beating them off. That's funny. No, I'm sure they have doctors. I don't know. I've never been to a sperm bank.
I don't know.
Wish I could, but we're not fortunate enough. We don't meet the criteria.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, man. That's all right. Anyways.
Okay, so I recently just got back from another business trip.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
I want to talk about mid-cities.
Okay.
South Dakota is just a mid-state. Trash. What the fuck? There's a lot of states I'm gonna talk about right now. See, look, you're already liking my jokes.
That is a comedy legend already. Let's go.
There's a bunch of states I want to talk about. I gotta pull up a map of all the states because I don't remember all of them on top of my head. But South Dakota for sure, one of them. Why does that state exist? And why?
I'm gonna use that the whole time.
And I'm like, because I'm like, oh, this is a test. Bro, there's absolutely nothing there. There's
cows and farmland, or
bro, I didn't even see farmland. Everything was brown.
Just dirt.
Yeah.
Fucking dirt.
So I was like, ooh, what happens?
Fucking manure.
Yeah, there were a few cows, but I was like, bro, like I could not imagine living in a place like this. Like the Dakotas themselves, like what anything, they don't even have sports teams. So like, what can you even do? Nothing. You got to go to other states to like watch sports. That's horrible. You got to go to Nebraska, Wyoming, Montana, Minnesota. Okay, so here's all the states that I got beef with. Let me look at all of them. Both Dakotas. So far that's about it. So you guys are doing pretty good.
You got something to entertain Tyson when he goes there.
New Hampshire, probably trash.
Probably
Never been, but I'm just gonna assume that place is probably trash. Rhode Island, I'm gonna say probably is also pretty trash. It's the smallest state. Can't be a lot going on there.
Family Guy's from there. There's a lot going on there.
No. Are they?
Yeah.
Nah. West Virginia. Only because they already have Virginia. So what's West Virginia? That's pretty dumb. Don't fuck with them for that. They just stole the state next to them.
Pretty lazy, right?
Yeah, they could have tried.
South Carolina.
Those make sense because those are on top of each other, and I can see that.
It's like you couldn't name it a different state.
Well, it's probably because like they wanted to have like just that one big area, but they probably had to section it off due to some zoning reasons. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know anything about the Louisiana Purchase. But yeah, West Virginia, just because it's to the side of it, we don't have any of the east or west states, so it's like
such a weird.
Exactly. So that one I got beef with. So I got the Dakotas, West Virginia, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
So if you're from those states, Tyson hates you. Just leave it at that.
I didn't say that. I said the state.
I
said I don't fuck with the state. I didn't say about anyone in the state. I'm just talking about the state themselves. But yeah, so yeah, there was absolutely nothing. It was probably one of the worst trips I've had just because it was so fucking boring. There was nothing to do. And yeah, now I have beef with South Dakota.
You guys got to get some shit to do for Tyson.
And also North Dakota, because I'm sure it's probably the same as South Dakota.
It's like way better. Just like complete opposite.
Oh, no. To keep them going, I would hope so, but I highly doubt it. The only thing they have over there is Mount Rushmore, which is also kind of mid. So
it's a very I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, do I want to go? That'd be cool to see them faces in the rocks.
But if you never see them, it's not gonna put a damper on your life.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So, just shitty state. Coming at it. Okay. You know.
See.
That's all I gotta say. Next thing I want to talk about. Do you when you go to hotels,
mm-hmm.
how do you handle your clothes situation?
My clothes?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Are you I just pull it out of my suitcase, or do you put things in the drawers of like the hotel?
Okay, well, I would never put it in drawers. But
if you put shit in drawers at a hotel, you're a fucking menace and need to be put on a watch list.
I can understand if it's like if it's a month. If you're there for a month, bro, I'm gonna put my shit in the drawer.
But that's like at long stay like hotels, like where I stay at. Like I stay in like the long term hotels. Most people don't stay in long-term hotels. They go to regular hotels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
no.
I'm excluding long-term hotels because obviously you're there for a long time, and I understand that too.
You're there for a weekend.
That's what I'm saying. If you go to like Miami and you're like, bro, I gotta put all my clothes in the fucking drawer. So I'm like, bro, why? That's menace. That's menace activity. Next time we
go on a trip, I'm gonna do that. That's to spite you.
That's menace activity because, like, bro, you don't live here.
I like the space. I like having space.
Bro, your suitcase is still there.
Okay, the only thing I do use if I go to a hotel for short term would be the closet. Like if I need to hang shirts. That'd be the only reason.
Hanging shirts is different than putting things in a drawer. You can see them hanging, so I'm like, all right. But drawers,
Is that's what's stopping you from putting it in?
Yeah.
You can't see what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like there's
you
some
open the drawer, it looks empty, put it back in. There's fucking
some
bed bugs
sus activity in there in drawers, man. But no, I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, bro, like, why you gotta pulling the drawer out to put your clothes on when you're at a hotel? Like, it doesn't feel clean.
Yeah, no, most of the time, I pull out of my suitcase.
Yeah, you just pull it out your suitcase. You have your suitcase organized with it where everything is. And you just pull from there.
Yeah.
I would never put anything.
I wouldn't put it in a drawer.
That's ridiculous.
Who you put it in a drawer? Imagine, like, I want to know people who put it in drawers and why. That's what I want to know.
And that's if this is for weekend trips only. If you're staying anywhere for more than a week, and I would say for more than a week and a half.
It doesn't make sense.
I say for like 2 weeks. If you're staying for somewhere for 2 weeks, I'll let that slide this time. But yeah,
2 days weekend.
Yeah, if you're on a weekend and unpacking things. Dude, I don't know. That feels gross to me. Yeah, I don't get it.
Do you bring your own stuff to hotels? Like a blanket or
No.
like anything?
No.
Oh, so you just dive straight into the sheets?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I usually do. I don't know why. I just don't want to bring extra shit. Blankets are extra shit, so I'm just like, hopefully they wash them.
Imagine you're like, what's this stain?
Yeah, I mean,
what's going on here?
That's all I can really say is I hope they wash them. But yeah, I don't really bring any of my own shit to hotels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally, but my girl does, and I'm like, that's cool, whatever. Like I could. Okay.
The only thing I could see like is if you bring throw blankets, I can see that because you can use those
on top
like
of the bed.
Well, but not to like look cute, like to like use to like
No, that's what I'm
stay warm. Like I could get like if the hotel doesn't have enough blankets, and then like you don't want to ask for like more blankets, like you already have like a small like kind of like blanket, right? I'm not bringing like a whole nother like fucking comforter.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like you use your own blanket because you don't trust the blankets that are provided by.
That's what I'm saying. So
but like a throw, it'd be a throw. Like it's not like you're bringing a heavy ass thing.
So then, I mean, I thought, I don't know. I would like, I'm not gonna change the whole bedding with my own bedding that I brought just because I don't trust it.
Bring your own bed sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You bring your own. I don't know. But yeah, if you bring your own blanket, like you're still having to sleep in the bed and like on the covers. So it's like unless you're changing it all, like just go all in. That's why I'm like I'm not gonna bring a whole new thing. So I just gotta take what they give me.
Where do you draw the line when it comes to like staying in places like motel?
I've stayed in motels.
I know, but do you draw the line like where you're like, all right, this motel, like I could do, I'm not going to stay in a hostel though. Would you stay in a hostel?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Not in America.
I wouldn't in general.
Why?
Oh no, man. A lot of people go through there. I mean, I get it. It's like contradictory because like a lot of people go through motels, hotels.
Yeah.
Holiday Inns, but you know.
That's right, baby.
But
I heard you. I got the joke. Don't worry. I heard you.
This is why I can't be. No, but like, yeah, like you go to a motel. Is there anything like less than that you wouldn't go into, or like you know certain motels you just won't go into?
I'm sure there's certain. I mean, I'm not going into every motel I see. I choose like the motel chains, like I'll do like a Motel 6 or like not a Hampton Inn. What are the Travel Lodge like motels? Like I'll do those.
You wouldn't go to one that's like just down the street, like Cozy Z.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to fucking. I'm not going to last option on the left motel.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Like the ones that still say free HBO, I'm not going into. Because I'm like, bro, HBO's been like, what? Why is that your if you're still trying to advertise free HBO to get people into your motel, I don't trust you.
You're not there to sleep.
That's definitely code for something, and I'm gonna figure it out.
That's actually, you're not wrong. There's this street with a bunch of like motels, and a lot of those signs have like things that are so outdated, but they have to mean something. Like
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, a lot of hotels or motels now, like I said, Motel 6, they don't say anything about HBO.
They got specials.
Maybe they don't even have HBO. Again, I don't know, but most of the hotels, if they were to offer HBO, like that shouldn't be your saying. Like this, I feel like when cable was first a thing, like that was the selling point.
Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah, like
HBO.
Cable. If once cable first became a thing, and you're like, oh, like what, like HBO, I don't get that channel. I don't know, but yeah, no free HBO motels. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I agree with you. I would only go through the chain ones at least. But I don't know, man. Motels I could do. Hostels, no.
I think hostels would be cool. I mean, you get to meet a bunch of people.
Okay, different side to it. For me, it's like I don't want to stay with a bunch of people unless it's like that's what I'm going for. Does that make sense? I'm probably contradicting myself.
Yeah, you probably are.
Anyways, Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about the Dakotas?
Not about the Dakotas, but more about traveling. Why don't planes seat from the back to the front? That pisses me off every time I'm in an airport, and I don't understand. And
like when you're starting or when you're getting off?
No, when you're boarding a plane. Like, remember as a kid, you're in line to get on the bus for a field trip. What the fuck do they tell you? You go to the back of the bus and you fill up to the front.
Bro, you know why? Because these guys are paying more for whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. But, bro, who cares? Like, in my head, I don't want to sit on the plane longer than I need to be. If I'm paying more money, I don't want to sit on the plane longer. I want to get on the plane and fucking go. So
that's a thought.
Listen, I'm starting my own airline. Don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but the only thing I'm going to have to do different is load from the back to the front. Because, right, the people who pay less have to sit in the city sheet longer. That makes more sense than the people who pay more to sit on the plane longer. You put the shitty people who don't want to pay, not shitty people, but put the people who don't want to pay in the shitty seats longer, right? So they do. So then, boom, they're all loaded up from the back on back to the front. But the front are the last people to get on. Why? Because, one, there's obviously less of them, and they know what the fuck they're doing on a plane. Everyone in the back has babies, has to put 15 bags on the fucking thing. Like, they take so much time to do it. Like, I am. And it occurred to me on this trip to South Dakota. And I was... Yes. And so it's like... The people that usually fly first class and like all of like the kind of like ones before like main cabin usually don't have as much stuff because they're flying business, so they usually just have small things or have like one bag, right? Just boop, all they gotta do is just get on the plane, put the one seat up, sit in the good seat. Everyone else has already done their checks. The stewardesses do their checks for the first class, and everyone else, boom, they're done. Get the fuck back. We're taxiing out.
Yeah. Last in, first out. That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that I would think why they don't do it is because, say, like people bring in like the carry-ons. Like sometimes it runs out when it's not supposed to run out. That's the only reason I could think of, so that they have priority space.
First class but everyone in those have their own things anyway.
I meant like business class. It's still part of economy, but it just has better seats.
Here's where I would draw the line. Layout for plane.
So you got first class for sure. It's always first class.
I'm just going to do Delta because I fly Delta.
Oh, you fancy.
That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
No Spirit? No Frontier?
Fuck no. All right, here we go. Let's, boom. So you got first class. Obviously, first class are the absolute last ones to get on, get on the thing, right? Then we have the economy. So
I think everything's economy though, like from first class, like it's just section wise.
Okay.
But there's also like business.
Let me find a different layout. Yeah. Why is this so hard? Okay, here we go. This is what it is on Delta. Okay, so yeah, economy is like the normal, everyone like cheap.
Towards the back.
Cheaper, middle to plain and cheaper. So comfort. So the comfort ones are also more. You pay extra for those ones. So I would say anything that you have to pay extra on top of your regular like normal seat. One. Yeah. So you have your normal seat. Let's just say it's $100 for your flight. Oh, upgrade to comfort for $150. Boom. You pay $50. You're bumped up. If you want to be in the Delta One first class, whatever the fuck it is, and that's an extra $125, right? So cool. Your ticket now is $225 instead of $100.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who pays extra on top of that gets to be part of like the back, like the last people to get on. If you're worried about spaces, right? So everyone in economy has the economy like overheads.
Yes.
Yeah. So if those run out, they would know that before the rest of economy. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Okay. Like economy will know. Economy will know that there's not enough in an overhead. So it's like, hey, you guys are still in economy. You guys don't have enough, and it's like, oh, like why can't we do this? And it's like, oh, because this is for the comfort and this is for the first class ones. You can't put your stuff in these ones because you don't.
Should have paid extra.
If we have, yeah.
You're on something, Tyson. You're on to something. Imagine trying to convince everyone just like, all right, guys, whoever has economy first, group 7 is going to go in first.
Yes. That makes I don't get it. Why that doesn't make sense to these airlines. Like there has to be a reason. And if the reason is because they pay more so they get to sit down first, that's the dumbest absolute reason. Because like I have flown in first class once for a very short trip.
It's not weight distribution, right?
It can't be. It doesn't matter.
That would be another reason I could only think.
It doesn't matter what you load it. It still flies with that many people on the plane. So the sitting down doesn't change the weight distribution.
We need an airline pilot to comment and see, or stewardess.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. And if anyone steals my idea, I can definitely sue them now because I am now taking intellectual property of this idea. So that would be my airline. I would load, and now it's the only thing I would do different. Everything else would be exactly the same, but I would just load people from the back to the front.
I do understand where you're coming from. That makes complete sense, and I get it. All right, now as far as seating goes on a plane, say you got like, the emergency exit, got a little bit more room for your leg.
That's true.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you sit there, you get all comfy, you get all nice. Someone comes to you. Oh, I got split up by my daughter. Like, is it okay if like me and my daughter sit here and then you take the daughter spot or something? Would you give up your seat is what I'm asking.
Wait, if I'm sitting in the exit?
Yeah,
emergency exit?
With a lot of leg room. You're comfortable, right? You already settled in. You put your seatbelt on.
I mean, the seats are still shitty there, but you just have more leg, yeah.
Yeah. Someone comes up to you and like, oh, I got split up from.
But why would I just be sitting with one person? I feel like sometimes. I feel like the people that sit in the exit rows are just single people or people of two. Like they wouldn't.
Well, not even that. Sometimes like, just like when you book a flight, you just get assigned a seat.
Mm-hmm. So,
or you have to pay extra to reserve your seat.
Yeah.
So for people who aren't paying extra. Say you bought your seat at the exit.
I can only speak for Delta because I've mostly flown Delta over these last things.
This is American.
Okay, and that's just a first come first serve.
Kind of like that. So like you have to either just let it be. You don't pay for anything, but you get a random seat, and then you change it the day of, if there's any option to do so.
Okay.
Or you pay extra for that specific seat. So you say you pay extra for that specific seat. You wanted emergency exit, leg room, and then someone came to you and was like, "Oh, my daughter got split up. Like, can she take your seat and you go on her seat?" What are you gonna do? Say the daughter's 7.
Well, I would just say, well, why don't you just bring your daughter to you?
No, but I'm saying like she's sitting there next to you, the mom. is sitting there next to you.
And the daughter is somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
I'm gonna think go sit with your daughter.
See? That's what I would have said. I don't know. I saw this thing on Twitter and everyone's like, oh, I guess I'll give up my seat. I'm like, fuck that, dude. Like, you ask someone else.
Yeah, you have random people sitting next to your daughter. Go up to them and be like,
they want the comfort that you have. They don't want to go sit back in the crowded seats. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, I don't know. I feel like if you're buying tickets and because that's how it is on Delta too. Like the exit rows, I think you have to pay. They pay a little bit more because you have that. So I mean, if you're buying 2 tickets, like why wouldn't you both get the same?
Because they want to save money or they want to cheap out on it, you know.
But so then they only bought 1 ticket for the exit row.
Say no one else bought.
It's a dumb reasoning on that person to just buy 1 ticket.
Yes.
And put money. Like if you're buying 2 tickets, like just buy them in the same area.
Say no one else bought that seat.
Okay.
And it was just randomly assigned.
Yes.
And then they happened to get that seat because it was randomly assigned.
I don't think they would do that though. I feel like they would sell the exit row tickets. Like they're not gonna or just raffle off the exit row tickets because those are essentially like a quote unquote premium seat. They're not gonna. That's like saying like, hey, you bought a $20 flight, but you actually got rolled into first class.
That'd be sick.
It would be sick, but that's not how the airlines work. They'll let that seat be
empty.
Seat.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, they're like, you didn't pay for it. Yeah, I've been on plenty of flights where like the comfort in Delta have like probably like 10 open spots, and they're like, no, you didn't pay for it. You can't sit there. So yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like if you don't pay for it, you don't go there. Well, yeah, my big thing: load from the back and the front. Bing, bang, boom. Make life a whole lot easier. And I would even do some cool shit too, where if you're in first class and you pay for the seats, you get your own little section in the terminal, like waiting area. So they have like, you know how they have like the regular, just like the regular rows and stuff?
That ain't gonna happen, bro.
Why?
You think that they would what? Oh, this is your thing. I thought you're talking about in general.
No.
Okay.
Well, no. Well, I mean, because like most
VIP room kind of status.
Not even a room, just a different area. So it's like it's like first class, like you have to like say like scan your ticket to like get into like but it's not a room though. It's just like a area in the thing, right? So there's someone standing there who's just checking your ticket to like make sure that you paid for it and you can hang out in there. Everyone else,
like not a designated seat, but
you
have a spot.
It's a designated area for people.
Standing, like pretty much.
Well, I mean, it's just not the seats that like everyone else has to sit in the airport.
Yeah, imagine massage chair.
Not even. I'm not saying all that.
I'm just saying.
But what I would do for it, they would be a little bit nicer seats. Not saying they'll be massage chairs, but they'll be like nicer than this like the fucking shitty ones that everyone else sits on, right? Then that's when they can have the stewardesses, because when you're in first class and in all the other ones, like you get like options for like alcoholic beverages, like beer, wine, and like other stuff. Yeah. So you already get their order before they even get on the fucking plane.
Organized. I like it.
And so by the time they get on the plane, back up, get in the air. You already given everyone. You don't gotta ask them anything before. Like it's gonna be just so streamlined to give the people in those first class like and extra paying feel like it's worth it. And then once other people start seeing it, be like, damn, like I want to get treated like that because they just put me in the back and I gotta sit on this plane for an extra 30 to 40 minutes while everyone else loads. I don't want to do that. I'll pay the extra $100 to get bumped up.
Let's see how much an airplane is.
How much does it take to start an airline? I'm gonna call.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna call up Frontier and buy their business out.
Or fuck that. I mean, you could sell the thought process. I don't know, but either way, that's pretty smart. That would make me want to pay first class for like say like it's a 6-hour flight or whatever. Like,
it would be like the same prices as all the other ones. The only difference is that we would just load back to front and we just take first class orders before they even get on the plane. That's the only things I would change. Simple. It has nothing to do with the planes. It has nothing to do with the quality of the people. Like, I'll steal everyone from Delta and bring them over and
Yeah, you gotta steal the good ones.
Yeah, so exactly. So I'm stealing from Delta.
It was like
stuff from Delta. Yeah, and that's about it.
that's a good idea, Tyson. You come up with some good ideas.
I'm actually gonna call Delta. I got a phone call after the episode.
Hey, I got an idea for y'all.
Mr. Delta, let me talk to you about something. Or yeah, fuck, I'll just do my stuff on my own. I'll be like Soul Plane.
Soul Plane. Oh my god, dude, that was a wild movie. I was like 10 years old, 11 years old watching that. Oh, my mama did not like that.
Oh fuck yeah! So yeah, I'll just do Soul Plane, but it'll just be with my twist.
That movie's funny.
Yeah,
that was a funny ass movie.
But yeah, that's about everything I got that happened to me during my.
This all came out from a South Dakota trip.
Yeah, from South Dakota.
He got $1 million idea from a South Dakota trip. How can he hate that state?
Yeah, because it still sucks. But yeah, I was Yeah, I really was thinking about that. I was like, bro, this makes so much. Like my brain was just I was blowing my own mind.
He's writing in his notes.
Oh, I was writing in my notes. I was like, bro, this is amazing. I have a perfect idea. How has no one thought about this? Like, why am I the only one who's?
You pull the stewardess over, like, can you come here? Oh. Tell me why. Honestly, next time you go on a plane, you should ask the stewardess.
I'm just rooting for myself right now.
Oh, why? Okay.
Seat. Why do planes seat front to back? People found that boarding planes starting with the back rows increase the time spent on people clustering in the aisles to load bags in the overhead bins before taking seats.
Hey, honestly, you feel more pressure putting your shit up and getting into your seat if there's people still needing to go behind you. I could see that too.
Yes, I can too.
Imagine giving them a timeline. Put your shit up. Come on.
Yeah. Well, not even that. It's just like you just get to where your seat is. No one else is gonna be like pushing you. So like, who cares if it takes like time? Like, it's like, all right, we have you just gotta keep reminding them, like, all right, like guys, like the scheduled departure time. They do this on regular flights. So like, to ensure a on time departure, please just put your bags up and get out of the aisle. So it's the same thing. It's just like, yo, like, what are you guys doing? Like, if you guys want to get to where you're going, like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still getting paid. I work for this fucking airplane company. They're paying me no matter what time we get there. Y'all the one who want to go places. So if you just want to get to where you're going on time, put your fucking bags up. But the CEO of American Airlines explains why back to front boarding doesn't work. See, he said it does. Oh, back to front doesn't work. Oh, sorry. Airlines want to board planes quickly. A short delay has knock-on effects. So the science of how to board the plane quickly matters a great to the bottom line. Southwest Airlines says it would cost them 8 to 10 planes per day just to add a couple of minutes of block time to each flight in our schedule. Ever so often, airline tinkers with the boarding. Fuck, I'm behind. Southwest tends to board quickly because the order in which passenger board determines on where they'll sit on the plane. So they show up to the gate 30 minutes before their flight, and they line up in a usually orderly fashion. Airlines with assigned seatings do not have this advantage. In the real world, you can't do that.
Pretty much they're saying that it's costing time, a little bit more time, but it adds up to where it's delaying 8 to 10 planes, which is a pretty big amount.
Of course, I know it's a lot.
So that's pretty much what it's saying. But if y'all hurried up and back
to front leads to bunching as well. But I mean, bro, like I don't.
That's why you guys.
Like when did this article come out? Last year. But I'm like, bro, that's such an old
COVID. That doesn't count.
That's such like an old way of thinking. I feel it's like, bro, like
I'm in the new wave. They have all these studies, and you're like,
I'm just gonna do it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At this point, it's like, then because if it works, what if that's just big airplane? Big airplanes just saying that doesn't work. It doesn't work. All the CEOs of all these companies like it doesn't work
because they don't want.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. And then they're gonna like take me to like a dark room. All the CEOs are gonna be like, listen. You're doing.
You're gonna leave here, and then you're gonna get a bag to throw on your head. You're gonna have all the big CEOs.
What you're doing is forbidden. we can no longer load the planes back to front due to the deal we've made with the devil back in like. Why do you think planes work? Because we made a deal. We load front to back, and the planes will be good. Some stupid shit like that.
You're onto something, Tyson. Though you're like. If people just hurried up, if they didn't take their time,
like I just feel like for me personally, like I want to get to where I'm going as fast as possible. I don't want to fuck around. I want to just get on the plane and get going. If you have just moseying around on a plane, what are you doing? Like, how is this fun for you? Like, you like being in these cramped little tubes in the air? Like, no, you don't. Shut up, sit down, and get the fuck out of here.
He's like, I'm in the emergency exit. I got extra room space.
I was sitting in the emergency exit aisle.
Do you feel the wind a little bit more?
The wind?
Or is it like a little bit louder?
No.
No? Oh. Maybe that was my experience.
That's a shitty door.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking scary, dude.
Who rolled the window down on the airplane? My airplane company will also have rollable windows. So if you're hot, just roll the fucking window down. God, I'm fucking smart. Welcome to my bit. See, there you go. That's my comedy show.
There it is.
It's about
Tyson, everyone.
Never mind. I had another bit that I had started writing. Because I'm starting to do a little bit of writing, just to keep myself on point. But no, that one's dumb. I'm not ready for that one yet. That's the next episode.
Next episode, guys.
Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to. I was talking to someone in my family, right? And we were talking about how like my like little cousins, are, like going to hang out with like their friends and stuff, right? Okay. And they're kids. Like he's like 5, right? So you're hanging out like babies, right? So you're hanging out with like the kids, but you're like also like hanging out with like the parents and stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, because this also pertains to our life.
Okay.
At what age do you stop becoming friends with your kids' parent, like kids' friends' parents?
At what age?
Yeah. Because I feel like it happens to most adults at a certain time. Like as a baby and stuff, you got to, because they're kids. They can't be by themselves. Mm-hmm. So you're having to like.
Kid gonna be?
Well, yeah. At what age of your kid do you just stop being friends with like their friends' parents? Because it's like.
I feel like once my kid hits 10 or 11,
okay,
that's when I'll stop. Like, you're talking about, like, hanging out, setting these play dates kind of thing.
I mean, it's, like, not even that. It's, like, so for me growing up, like, a lot of the friends that I had, like, my parents became friends with, like, their parents because, like, we would hang out a lot. Like, I would go up to their houses, and obviously, like... The first time, like, you just have your kid go to sleepover, you got to meet the parents, right? Boom, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you know what those parents do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you got to meet them at least once. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean you have to be their friend. You just got to meet them, and then just boom. But, like, for me, like, I was hanging out with the kids, like, so much, or, like, they would always just see them and, like, picking them up from school and stuff. It's like, like, my parents became friends with them or whatever. But then, like, I feel like after, like, a certain time, like, my parents just stopped giving a fuck. They're just like, all right, like, where are you going? So-and-so's house? All right, cool. Like, they never met, like, our parents never really, like, met everyone. I think our dads met, but, like, no, like, everyone, like, in the family has never met, right?
You're not wrong.
My parents had never met any of my other friends' parents besides, like, the few that, like, I knew from, like, the elementary school days, right? So it's like, at what age, like, do you just, like... When do you decide to be like, yeah, fuck you and your parents to like your friends' kids? Like, you're like, all right.
I don't know, because I had a different experience.
Okay.
Like I never grew up like going to other friends' house.
Okay.
It was more like my cousins. So I went. So it was my family. It's my family, my aunts and uncles. Like I think I went to one sleepover, and then my parents didn't even meet, or they didn't even meet them. They were talking over the phone, and like, so I don't know how that is. But if I was to make friends,
I see.
or have to make friends, it would be because my kid is either very young.
Of course.
I don't trust these people. Like I don't know these people, so I'm gonna meet them.
Yeah.
I gotta feel the vibe. Like for all I know, you're gonna sell my kid to fucking drug trafficking, sex trafficking, whatever. But yeah, I mean, if they continually hang out and then I start building that trust, I'm like, all right, go ahead, have fun. Like fuck, finally, I don't have to fucking see them. You know?
Okay, so you're not one to like be adult friends.
Probably not. I mean, like, unless they're really cool, unless it's like thing. If not, then
Like, how would you know? You're basing it off a child?
like, okay, so like I meet them, we talk, and then if we hit it off when we're talking, cool. If not, then it's like I'm gonna just be mutually like, okay, that's my kid's kid, or that's my kid, that's your kid. They're gonna be friends. Nice to meet you. Fucking water. What is it? Where you just talk like very ice. Fuck, I forgot the saying. Fuck.
What's happening?
See, this is why I can't be a comedian. No. Water tank talk or
I don't like water cooler.
water cooler talk. You know, like it's very
Surface level.
surface level. There we go, Tyson. Yes, it's very surface level. I'm not gonna have a deep fucking connection with them. I'm just gonna be like, oh, how's your day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so cool that our kids are friends. Awesome. You know, like I don't think, unless they're really cool, I probably wouldn't be friends. So yeah, maybe it's just the way I grew up. Different.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely sounds like that. But yeah, okay. I was just asking. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, yeah, because I noticed that with my parents, like they kind of just like stopped. Like after a while, they're just like, yeah, I don't care. They're like, all right, who you hanging out with? All right, cool, have fun. Don't give a fuck about the parents.
Yeah. See. So that means like they weren't really friends. They were just like.
Well, not even friends. Like even, but I'm saying like I'm talking about, like just like for us, like right, like we've known each other for almost 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
And out of the 10 years, it's just like our parents have never met, or even like
no, you're not wrong. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I know your parents and I know my parents. I know your parents are maybe it's just my parents, because I know your parents are very like just like open to like having people like come over and just like hang out and shit. And my parents are just like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Like I don't want to do anything. Yeah. So it might just be, but then like you like know like my family.
And then you know my family.
Yeah, so
no,
it's like
it's weird. It's different. Honestly,
like I get it. Like when you're a kid, it's because it's like yeah, like you don't want to leave them by themselves and like. But yeah, and most children friendships don't last like for a long time. But I feel like when you've been friends for someone for like almost a decade, it's like like this person like is in your life for the most part, unless something catastrophic happens.
Your parents want to meet my parents. Is this what you're saying?
I don't think that's what I'm saying.
Because we can make it happen, Tyson. We'll set up a dinner. God.
I'm sure we can. No, I'm sure. I don't know. I just think it's funny. I don't know. I just think it's interesting that, it's like, oh, yeah, you've been saying these people's names for almost 10 years, and I don't know anything about them besides their child.
Yeah. But, I mean, it says a lot, too, like, the way that their child presents themselves says a lot about the parents.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously, I know. If you're a good kid, obviously you were raised by good people. So I mean, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I feel like our parents could kick it off.
Yeah, I know they can. I know they can.
Right. So let's have a dinner and then we'll.
Yeah, look at how I'm staging my parents' lives up for them.
Parent trap!
Yeah, you guys have nothing else to do, so I'm putting you guys in contact with other people.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah. I don't know. That's all I really got for that.
All right, that's a
You
good
got
ending.
anything?
No, that's a good ending, man. We'll set up our parents and we'll try to get them to hang out with each other more.
That wasn't my moral of the story. I was simply asking a hypothetical question that pertained to part of my life, and just something that I noticed. But
Do you notice that on the plane?
no, I noticed that on Monday, which was I did come back from on Monday, but it was on Monday.
Interesting.
Yeah. So no, it was not a plane thought.
No.
It was an after plane thought.
Great thoughts too.
Do my best. All right, fuck it. We're out of here, guys. So thank you guys for watching the episode, for listening to our rambles. You guys already know what it is. It's the Too Good For You podcast. The podcast that's too good, made just right for you. And you know where to find us. We're on all the social medias. We're on Spotify, iTunes Podcasts, YouTube, all that good shit, and TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, so you already know, Too Good For You pod. That's the number 2 good, the number 4, and the letter U. Pod, P-O-D, and you can find us on all the socials, all that shit, and support us on Patreon, patreon.com/toogoodforyoupod, and it's only $5 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee for the whole month, bro. Just 1 cup for the month.
This is what is gonna fund Tyson's plane.
Yeah, this is what
so let's get that
as long as
going.
you give me money, I will buy planes for all of us. But yeah, so go ahead and support us on there. $5 a month. You get all of our episodes in advance, as well as some extra content in the future. So if you guys want to be up on that stuff, make sure you guys support us on Patreon. Eman, where can they find you?
You can hit me up on Instagram at Emmanuel Tanap, on Twitter, Tanap_dat_ass. That's DATASS. Everything else I don't want you to find. So, what about you, Tyson?
And you can find me on all of my socials at DJXFaro, and you can, I'll let y'all figure out how to spell that, because we're all adults here. Yeah, and that's fucking it. That's the show. All right, see you later.